Hi everyone, it's Isabel here. I hope you're well. I'm just coming on today to share a couple of things with you, predominantly a small oracle deck. But before I do, I just wanted to show you this little stand that I got for a sphere I had. So this is a sphere of apatite crystal. Apologies if I'm saying that wrong. It's a beautiful crystal that I got a little while ago, but I wanted something to put it on, and I found this seller on Etsy who was selling these tiny little wooden stands. So just something very subtle, not expensive at all. And she sent it in a lovely pink box with some wrapping with a thank you note, but also she sent me an additional one, a small incense stick, and I just want to show you this sweet piece of, I think it's rose quartz. Camera's not quite picking it up, I don't think. Beautiful little piece. So I just thought I'd share that with you, really. I do love it when sellers pack things in a lovely way. And talking of which, this is what I want to share with you today. This is a little oracle deck I found on Etsy, totally by chance. I can't even remember how I came across it. It's by a lady called Fiona Beth Phillips. Now she also goes by the name of the Global Village Witch, and I will link below, but she's based in the UK. So obviously, unfortunately for anyone looking at this from overseas, I apologise if this is going to entice you and then be too prohibitive because of tax and postage costs. It seems insane at the moment, but anyway, that's beside the point. So this is a little deck that I ordered a while ago. So it's called the Garden Oracle. Now when it originally came, it just came in this lovely little bag, and it's in a little tuck box, but it also, she'd sent it in the bag, so the bag came as part of it with this lovely piece of crystal here. So just check if you can see. So I think it's a little piece of amethyst in there. So that sits in the bag with the deck, which is really sweet. And it's a little pocket oracle deck called the Garden Oracle. Now Fiona also has done some work under the pseudonym of the Tea Break Tarot School, and there is a book that she's got out around that I'm going to be exploring. So I got this little deck because it just appealed, and I've had it a few months, and I absolutely love just having it in my bag and getting it out and occasionally flicking through it, or picking a card. And I did do a card pull from it a little while ago when I was at a cricket match before the summer. So my camera is doing its usual let's not behave ourselves. So what I'm going to do, let me just see if I can just zoom in. Here we go. So the deck is very small. As you can see now, my hands are huge. So it is a very small deck. I mean, comparatively. So it's a real pocket deck, which is one of the reasons it appealed. And to be honest, though, I didn't actually realise how small it was. On the backs is a collage of some of the pictures. So it's a lovely collage. So, I mean, it's not reversible, but then it's an oracle deck. It's not about a reversal. It's about the picture. It's about the element. So I'm not bothered about that. The backs are a bit busy, but they're good. Just a little deck, not high quality like cardstock or anything like that, but it's a lovely little deck. And one of the things I love about this is using it for almost for grounding or for taking myself into nature. So there's a series of cards that are all basically photographs. So you've got like a wheelbarrow, and it's called clearing. They've got little keywords. That one's nourish, and you've got the little bee on the flower. Some of them are landscape, so plant allies. So each of the cards has either a keyword like releasing or growth. There's also the seasons as well. And one of the things is that I love, now there's some of the cards are the elements. So here you've got air element, and I love this because I look at it and straight away I can just imagine the wind gently blowing and those wind chimes singing. And that's why I love it for that kind of element of grounding. So if you can't go and stand on the grass, or you can't go and listen to nature, or you can't ring your wind chime or your tinsel bells, you can just look at this and meditate for a minute. So yeah, or you can look at the plants and see, and they're really intuitive as well. I mean, you know, you could also use it almost as an altar card. So here we've got autumn, you know, the conkers. My son and I have been collecting those. There's a couple of really big horse chestnut trees near us. There you've got your earth element. They're so intuitive. So you've got these aspects of allies. So you've got, I did have an ally, didn't I, a minute ago? Hang on a second. La di da di da. So yeah, so you've got your elements, you've got your seasons. So these, all these, and I just think it's lovely the way she's taken kind of the things that she's seen in nature. Very few of them have actual humans in. Water element, how obvious a watering can, isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love this one, goddess. So liminal, winter, there's your winter card, thorns. And what's interesting as well is the way that some of them, you know, you've got winter, you've got thorns, then you have the conkers and that sort of thing. Heart healing, suspended. Well, look away now if you don't like spiders. There's your fire element. They are very intuitive and they speak a lot to me of different things. There's your spring card, hope, and that's crystal allies as well. So it's a lovely little deck. It came with a little pull-out sheet, and on the pull-out sheet, so there's 33 cards, and she said the images of gardens she's tended or sacred outdoor spaces. So what she's then done is on this little sheet, for some of them you get keywords. So for example, for blossom you get inner beauty, showing your true colours, shining, new growth. So it gives you a hint, but you can open it up. But what's nice then is the ally cards has got some like tools and helpers, some questions that go with it, elements and seasons. So it's a lovely little deck. As I say, it's so small that you can just tuck it. I have it in the front pocket of a rucksack that I carry around with all my like study books or my tarot books when I'm going out and about, and meaning it came in a little tuck box. It's quite nice. It has a big hinged flap on it, the tuck box, so that works quite well, and as I say, in its own little bag as well. So I've had this deck, as I say, for a few months, and it lives in my bag, and it's really nice just to take out once in a while and flick through the cards. And especially, you know, if the weather's a bit grey and you can't, as I said before, if you can't get out and about in nature or for whatever reason. And then I'd seen a social media post relating to the tarot, the Tea Break Tarot School, and something about a webinar for the book. So I was looking at that because I was intrigued, and as you do, you go down the rabbit hole. And while I was looking for that, I discovered that since I'd bought the deck, she's now, let me just zoom out a little bit, brought out a small guidebook to go with it. So when I bought the deck, this didn't exist. It literally just was the deck with the little white sheet in it. So when I bought it, there was no guidebook. Now, this deck was about £10 in British money. The guidebook was probably similar, not much, very similar price, if that. So this is not expensive. It's an independent person, so you're supporting a local person. So I was like, right, I'm getting this. She sent it to me. What is so lovely, so you've got her little a little Monica thing there. She's then put a little signature there, put these little decal type stickers in, which are really sweet, all kind of nature based. So I'm really looking forward to using those in my journal. And then the book, and it does say copyright 2021, so it is new. And I wanted to share it because I quite really liked sort of the fact that what she's done is she hasn't just given keywords, she's looked at journal prompts. So there's an introduction. It tells you about the different aspects of the cards. It tells you how you can use them, so fairly standard. There's a tending the garden spread, which I think is really sweet. So it says, what do I need to make space for? What do I need to plant? What needs feeding and watering? What fruit might grow from this work, which I think is really cool. So that's a global village rich spread. So then you get to the cards, and then this is what I really liked. So instead of sort of the animal allies, there's a list of questions so you can journal on them. So if the animal allies came up, what do I notice about them, or what does it teach me? So I thought that was really lovely because if you could use it to ask a question, but I like using it as a sort of spiritual pull. How are you connecting to ourselves? So for each of those, explore and then it talks about here crystal allies. So as I said earlier, earlier in the summer I had it in my bag and we went to a Lancashire cricket match, and we were sat waiting, and I just suddenly got the urge to pull a card. So I pulled one out and I got crystal allies, and it talked about carrying them, wearing them as jewelry, keeping them on your chest. Well, I had jewelry, crystal jewelry on, and all these sorts of things, and it's just, I just thought it was lovely. It gives you ideas for how you can ally with them. So here you go, plant allies: drink teas and enjoy including new herbs in your cooking, or elements: go outside and breathe the fresh air. So I just thought this was a really lovely way to do it. It's very simple. She hasn't tried to replicate all the cards in it, and I just thought, and then the season cards, again, we've got a few questions, we've also got keywords, and talking about kind of the time of the day. So as I said, you could pick out the autumn card now in the evening, and you could think about gratitude, you could think about slowing down for the day, and you could use it to actually, rather than picking it in a card pull sense, you can actually purposely choose the card to almost help you with your kind of, say, self-care. So I could pull it now, look at it, it's autumn, the days are drawing in, I need to slow down, I need to slow down in the day, I need to stop work, and all those sorts of things, which it's really good. And then the garden cards themselves then go into the keywords and the elements here. So it kind of speaks of, there are different things you could do. You could just do the spread with the garden cards. You could use like a season for a significator. So you could like have autumn and it be about, for example, gratitude. So then you could maybe do a spread with autumn as your significator and a tarot spread around gratitude. So I just think for a very small deck that is some beautiful pictures, it has a lot of potential, and I wanted to share that with you. As I say, it's basically, she's based in the UK, so she does have an Etsy shop. She's also done some books around creating and working with charms. And as I say, this Tea Break Tarot School Tarot Playbook is something I want to look at, because having seen how this works, I really think that that'd be quite cool. So I just wanted to share that with you, really. It's really simple, it's very small, but I just really like the way she's done it. And it's not one I've seen. As I say, I came across it by total chance, so it's not like a mass market. So I thought I'd share it with you, especially for anybody who's in the UK and who might like it as a kind of additional tool to their arsenal. Yeah, and that's it on that one for now. And I shall probably be back soon with another little video. But in the meantime, everybody take care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye.